right? I have three 100% white Caucasian nephews, which isn't interesting to any of you because you're all white. If you notice I'm a Negro, that's a completely different situation for me. If you had asked me when I was 8 if I was going to have three 100% white Caucasian nephews, I would have told you to go away and then asked why an adult had to stop that situation, which I think is fair if you're asking me, right? I love them, they're adorable, I'm very proud of being their uncle. It's pretty dope to be in charge of three white kids randomly from time to time. I, however, never take these children anywhere by myself because that would be suspicious and dangerous. What? I don't know. What are you guys, why are you looking at me like that? Are we so woke now that you would just, if you saw a black dude of my size with three white kids just following him on the street, you'd be like, that's fine? Is that what your look is giving me? Because you're giving me a very judgmental look, ma'am. I just don't understand what's going on here. What your look is telling me is that if you were driving down the street and you saw a black dude my size, followed by three very Aryan-looking white kids, you wouldn't follow us for a couple blocks just to see what was going on? Just in case the cops asked you about it a couple days later? Just to have a story. In this very picture-taking, viral iPhone, Big Brother's watching this world. You wouldn't do that? Is that what you're trying to tell me? I don't believe you. I'm their uncle. I would do that shit in a second. You guys are being ridiculous right now. So the last time we were in Iowa, I wanted to do something nice for them. Mostly because I tell this joke. So we took them to go get ice cream. So it was me, my wife, my two half-white kids, my three 100% white Caucasian nephews, and their mom. So there was two black people. Do the math. That's a word problem joke. Not enough of you got that, but it's okay. We got to move on, right? So we're enjoying our ice cream treats in each other's company and look into the line where we bought stuff because this dude is looking at me very intently. And as I told you guys, I'm in the middle of Iowa, so I'm down numbers, right? So I'm trying to de-escalate any situation I can in the most diplomatic fashion possible. So I very politely say, can I help you with something, sir? And just so you guys understand what we're working with here, he's one of the rough whites. He's very methy looking. You guys know what I'm talking about. I just needed to paint a picture so you knew, right? I was like, sir, can I help you? And he looked at me squinting. He was like, you're in that band, aren't you? And I turned to my son and I was like, this is gonna be amazing, I promise. What band are you talking about, sir? You're one of those Black Eyed Peas! That wasn't very nice at all. That wasn't... All he had to say was, that Negro's not dangerous. He didn't need to insult me at the same time, that's all. And some of you don't understand culturally what I'm talking about, so I came prepared so you would understand how I feel. I want everyone in the room to think of a black band. Okay, so everybody got something? Good. I want you to compare that black band to the Black Eyed Peas. Do you see what a shitty feeling that is? Yeah, you can't run away from that. And I don't want you guys to walk away from here thinking that I don't like anything that the Black Eyed Peas have ever done. That's not a true statement. I just don't appreciate anything that they did from 2003 to 2015. And if you don't understand why that's funny, Google it, and I promise you will laugh. Don't look at me like that. That white girl's fine. So I don't know if you guys remember, because you're a little far away, but a couple years back we had a social situation down in the cities, right? And that was really crazy for everybody. But what I hadn't stopped thinking about is how this might be affecting children, right? Because I'm dealing with this and processing this in my own right, and then not even thinking about how children might be looking at this. And as I said, I have three white nephews. That was pretty crazy. One of them was very concerned about me, so he called me, which was very bittersweet because I'm his uncle and he loves me. However, at the moment that I took that call, I was at my wife's cousin's cabin. So I was sitting on a cashmere sectional, drinking a single vineyard Malbec, having a 7-year-old white kid check on my safety while I was watching a police station burn down. And I know there's a lot of different feelings about that, but that is very paradoxically hilarious. But since I'm on the subject of the cabin, what's up with that, white people? I like your looks like now. Some of you are like, what's he talking about? The rest of you are like, how's this Negro know about the cabin? Well, let me tell you. I unintentionally got a white girl pregnant and put a ring on it. And getting access to 4 really nice white people cabins was an unintended perk from all of that. It's pretty great. I know a lot more about you than I did before, but I have some questions. First and foremost, why do you guys treat that shit like you get a cabin when you move into the cities? That's not how that works at all. That's how you guys talk about it. It's not a cabin. That's first and foremost. That's where I want to begin. That's not what you're messing with. You guys are pretending like you don't know what I'm talking about, and this is great, because on the tape, that like he's literally said they're doing exactly what he said he's gonna do. You guys are acting like this is a secret. It's not. It's not a cabin. It's a house by a lake. Stop calling it a cabin. A cabin is a rectangular wooden structure with a shitty sleeping environment and a horrible kitchen. That's not what you guys are fucking with at all. Why are you pretending right now? Is this a Minnesota nice thing? Do you just not want to say you own 2 properties? It's weird. It's just weird culturally. This isn't how black people would work, right? You have 2 houses. The nicer house is not in the city. The nicer house is up north. We don't understand. It's so green, we would barbecue and have a great time and never come back. You guys have 2 houses. We don't understand why. The scheduling on this is weird. You leave on Thursday and come back on Tuesday. That's weird vacation time, white people. Also, if you're gonna bring a black friend, tell him he can have a beer at 9:45. We just finished breakfast. Why are you popping the Coors, dog? This is weird. I don't feel comfortable. That's all I'm saying. Just let me know what's going on. Give me some itinerary. It's weird. I love messing with my white friends who have cabin access in the summer because they don't even think about it. I always go down to accounting and mess with Todd because it goes over his head. I'm like, Todd, what are you doing this weekend? He's like, well, Randall? Heading up to the cabin. Where's that, Todd? It's up north. Where's that? By the lake. 3 questions, no answers. What's going on, white people? What's happening? Do you think that I'm gonna bring my people with you? Is that why we're being all weird about this right now, trying to pretend like you don't know what I'm talking about? Because my people aren't coming. They're not. There's 2 things about the cabin that my people aren't fond of. Secluded wooden areas and large bodies of water. It's historically not what we mess with. You guys aren't mad at me right now, you're pissed at history. That's what you're pissed at. That's what you're pissed at. Oh wow, that's excellent. Well, that was my time, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you being here. Sydney Stevens is coming up here. Give a round of applause for Skizzy. She's rocking it out. A little bit more. Come on, give it up to her.